And now, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds, and it's in the light heavyweight division. The referee, once again, is Steve Smoger. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the white trunks with black trim and weighs an even 181 pounds. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, making his professional debut. Let's hear it for Ron Powerhouse Preston. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim. He weighs 175 1/4 pounds. Let's hear it for Paul Sweet Revenge Brennin.
All right, gentlemen, you were given your instructions at the weigh-in. I want you to obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Now, you understand that? All right, now touch him. Touch him. Touch him.
Well, if stare-offs are going to win fights, then maybe Ron Preston might have won this one. Very good stare, I think.
Well, how do you get sweet revenge in your debut?
Yeah, that's right. It's a comeback fight. Preston out of the box very quickly. No nonsense, and
It's a masso. It's a heavy-handed puncher.
But he's taken as much as he's given. Brennin might be getting the better of all this.
Well, he better end it because he should be arm weary if he doesn't.
Well, now we can tell you that that is Preston in the white, Brennin in the black trunks. Preston's got that interesting part that goes from the left side of his head to the right side of his head, thus running the risk people would whisper in your nose. Left hook by Brennin. And another big shot by Brennin, and Preston's in trouble now.
And a little tired from the early onslaught. Not that Brennin isn't. We've seen quite a bit in a minute and a half. You won't see that much in some fights.
That's right.
That's the charm of fighters in their pro debut, outside in front of a crowd. They'll get pumped up and go outside themselves more than the veterans.
Pro debut of both fighters.
They're on TV, big audience.
A low blow there. And Brennin will have as much time as he needs to recoup. He says, I'm okay, and we continue.
You see that a lot. Fighters don't take the full 5 minutes, even when it's offered to them, just because they don't want to be the center of that kind of attention, knowing everybody is waiting for him.
Headbutt there, and we're going to... I don't know if it cut him, but there was a big headbutt there. So wait till he turns around and see. He went right to his eye, but I still can't see it. A lot of action in this first round. Still can't see if Brennin was cut by that headbutt. Doesn't appear that he was. 10 seconds left in the first round. And we come to the end of the round one, and what a round it was. We'll be back. Let's take a look at that action, and it was distinctly a headbutt, Dave.
The flying heads coming in, the momentum. Not surprising in a way. As you saw, that Preston was trying to turn into a punch, and he was tired and just led with his head instead.
The right eye of Brennin. It didn't open up, though. Round number 2, scheduled for 4.
Oh, we get some interesting numbers from that round, huh? 197 punches were thrown, only 28% were jabs. And I have to wonder if everyone was caught.
That's right.
How do you keep track of them coming that fast?
Everybody going for the knockout here. Now we start the second round and things settle.
Now they remember, hey, that's right, I've got to throw this punch a little bit.
Ron Preston in the white, Paul Brennin in the black. Brennin from New York City, Preston from Pittsburgh. Best punch of the first round was thrown by Brennin. Right hand by Preston off the ropes. Take a look at your card, and you gave it to Preston.
Predominantly off that early assault, which lasted for 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Right hand by Brennin.
He's finding a counter-punching range now.
Right hand by Brennin again, a left hand behind that. And another right hand by Brennin. Brennin finding the range now. Sequence by Paul Brennin.
And they've officially waived defense in this fight.
Yes. Another right hand.
Some kind of street brawl here.
It really is. A lot of action in this fight. The left hand a little bit short.
Besides the massive punching, there are things going on here like Brennin trying to cut off the ring and not being totally successful.
And Preston fighting in retreat right at the moment.
Well, at some point that first round should catch up with him, even if for a momentary reprieve. Preston throwing punches flat-footed in this round. He's doing pretty well for the last few seconds, but
a lot of arm punches.
A lot of arm punches.
And he's holding also now. Definitely holding. Look at him hold his arm. Another close round that time, but Brennin perhaps got the best of it. You're in the corner of Paul Brennin.
Listen to me. Keep the left hand working. You're not left. And when you get two jabs in there, throw the right hand right straight behind it. I'll hook off of it, okay? You're doing a hook without the damn right hand,
right.
Okay? Hook off the right hand. Hook off the uppercut when you're coming in.
Some of the instructions being discussed here. The jab sets up the right hand perfectly. 2 jabs in the right hand. He comes back with the left hook after that. There's a good moment there in the round for Brennin. His jab became a little more effective that round, closer to 50%. I think he won the round.
So we start round number 3, and on your card, at least an even fight.
And you wonder, looking at Brennin between the second round, if he's paying attention to that strategy or just saying, what am I doing here?
That's right.
Why didn't I pace myself?
Step clean, very good. Protect yourself.
Here's the numbers through the first 2 rounds. Brennin, the more effective of the 2, as you see, and he's landed 20 more punches.
And after that early minute and 20 seconds, he's been the better fighter. Preston seemed to take that round off after the explosive beginning. We'll see how he comes back here.
And your card, dead even after 2. Round to each man.
Come out, Monty. Action. Very good.
Body shot by Brennin. Always a tendency for young fighters to headhunt. And both these fighters were doing that, but Brennin in this round.
Especially that first round adrenaline in front of the audience. They want to please. They want to impress people. Then they have to settle in a little bit. And you'll probably see them come on very strong next round. But right now, Preston's fighting too much of the battle in retreat.
Very good protector.
Yeah, he fought that way in the last round, too, interestingly enough. Another little clash of heads there.
And Preston not fighting badly when he's fighting, but if it was perceived to be even in the judges' minds otherwise, then they'll reward the aggressor.
Yeah, the great intangible, effective aggressiveness and ring generalship.
Right now, Preston is waiting for the one shot, as he had earlier, realizing that Brennin was in trouble.
Brennin doing well with a right-hand lead.
You look at the left glove by Preston. It's a tired left hand down by his waist, and he just can't seem to put it up by his chin.
So Brennan's starting to establish control of this fight as we come to the end of round number 3. 1 round to go. We'll have it when we come back. 3 minutes of boxing left. Once again, Paul Brennin in the dark trunks, Ron Preston in the white, and in Preston's corner, they were saying you got to go out and get it. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, this has to be a one-point fight.
You gave the last round to Brennin, and thus he takes a 1-point lead on your card of the final round.
And he's got to take advantage of those middle rounds that he fought so well in and try to close it out. Because now, having found himself after that beginning, he would hate to get a loss or a draw.
They have a boxing writer's prognostication here in Atlantic City, and our partner tonight, Dave Bontempo, of course, boxing writer for the Atlantic City Press, and you're high up there in the standings, I see.
I'm number 2 out of a whole wave.
Not bad. Preston comes off the ropes with a 3-punch combination. Preston having a little bit better round here in round 4.
But he's still not fighting this battle where he should be. Unlike some forms of retreat that makes it look like you're drawing your opponent to you, his looks like flat-out retreat. Fighters usually cannot win backing up. One exception against earlier this year, Steve Collins against Tony Thornton, because he made it look like he was drawing Tony Thornton to him.
Crowd drawing impatient with Preston, too, after loud applause when Preston came out winging in the first round. He's lost a little of its fan support.
He fought for them in the first minute and a half.
That's right.
And then he decided to fight for himself.
Good combination by Brennin.
Well, this has been another solid round for Brennin. He's been busy enough, forcing the action. Preston reduced the throwing only occasionally.
Actually, it seems as though Brennin has won about the last 10 and a half minutes of this fight, actually. First minute and a half.
But in these 4-round heartbreak-type fights, you can win 8 minutes in a row, and if it's not the right 8 minutes, you get a draw.
Remember the viewers poll we told you about, the questions that we asked you, and we suggested you call 1-900-990-9000. Well, here are the numbers up to the minute. You think there should be standardized tests for judges? 94% of you think yes, there should be. Only 6% said no, it isn't necessary. And then there was another question, that involving computers, such as the punch profile numbers that we have been showing you throughout the night here. And in fact, for the past several months, they've been a big tool to us. Well, you feel, 56% of you feel, that we should use computer numbers such as punch profile to assist the judging. 44% say no, so school's still out on that one. 1-900-990-9000. Still time to call. And remember to answer it this night different from all the others. Here's Michael Buffer to tell us.
Here's the official scoring. John Riley scores about 40-36. John Stewart has it 39-37, and Al DeVito scores it 40-37 for the winner. Winning his professional debut, Paul Sweet Revenge Brennan.
Saw Paul Brennin, as we suspected. We're on a roll here. We've picked 2 in a row. Man, we'll be back. Come, NABF title, and we'll be back right after this.